Hurricane Milton passed by our area. We actually saw some hurricane-force winds up in Marineland.
Flagler County begins recovery efforts after Hurricane Milton. Flagler Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord gives us a recap of what went on yesterday.
As soon as it was safe, we had emergency crews from the cities as well as the counties out throughout the community, checking on all of the neighborhoods, assessing damage and flooding and making sure our residents were safe. So it's been a very, very busy day with our crews out and about everywhere. We even had public works crews out and law enforcement crews and fire crews that were helping, we call cut and toss, cutting trees out of the roadways and tossing them off to the side of the roadways. So, we've been making sure we had taken care of any unmet needs.
Emergency Management Director Jonathan Lord says you should still exercise caution today while traveling throughout the county.
Do not drive through flooded streets. I know everyone's been kind of hunkered down in their home for a couple days. Listen, in a lot of our areas, the streets are part of the flood control system. Just please resist that urge. Stay home. I know many of us are without power. It's uncomfortable, but just please resist the urge to drive around in flooded waters. Don't walk in flooded waters. I know people want to clean up their properties and using things like chainsaws or other saws and doing that stuff. Just be careful. Don't overexert yourself. Make sure you know how to use tools properly so you're not injuring yourself. If you're using a generator, please make sure it's not near open windows, not in houses, not in garages, because that carbon monoxide can be very, very deadly. And then, more and more stores are going to be opening up as we progress. So just be careful as you're out there, and we're all working together as a team to slowly get our community back to normal.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, October 11th. Sheriff Rick Staley praises Flagler County for coming together during Hurricane Milton.
First, I want to thank the community for how well they handled Hurricane Milton. Listening to the updates and following the traffic safety and evacuation rules so that everybody could be safe. No fatalities in Flagler County, which is great. I also really want to thank our emergency response time and our entire team at the Sheriff's Office. They worked hard today cutting trees with chainsaws to get roads back open, rescuing people, doing whatever was needed by the community. This was a team effort, and everybody pitched in, and it really helps get our community back functional. Great job to our team, and on behalf of our residents, I thank them.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
This is, reminiscent of the old saying, Rome is burning and Nero is playing the fiddle.
Palm Coast City Council District 3 candidates Ray Stevens and Andrew Werner offer two contrasting approaches for voters.
On pushing for a backyard chicken ordinance for Palm Coast, Andrew Werner says there's interest.
Me and some other people who went in front of the city to propose an idea to allow certain, for those interested, to allow them to have a few chickens in their backyard. I've had a lot of people come up to me since that and say that, they really hope that it would have passed.
Stephen's take.
We have many challenges here in Palm Coast: infrastructure, traffic, taxes, population density. And Mr. Werner's concern, and he approached the city council on two occasions to change the city ordinance so people can have chickens on their a quarter-acre building lot in the backyard. To me, that's pretty low on my hierarchy of priorities.
On the issue of government's role in zoning changes for private development.
If we start or continue to vary from what is the zoning of a particular piece of property or piece of land, we're gonna dig ourselves into a deeper and deeper hole. This is my belief.
Finally, some common ground.
For the most part, I agree with Mr. Stevens' explanation on this. When someone moves into Palm Coast, we're a planned city, and that land development code is kind of our promise to them to say that this area is going to be this, and this area is going to be this. We have green space, we have commercial, we have residential.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
This was the final week of the volleyball regular season. With the impending arrival of Hurricane Milton, school districts across Florida scrambled to make plans. Volusia was the first to cancel sports for the week, and both Flagler schools were without a final home game to honor their seniors. Matanzas coach Dawn Moses reached out to FPC coach Lindsay Stewart with an idea.
I knew that she would probably have an opening, and I had an opening, and we all needed a senior night, so just made a call to her and asked her if she would mind if we played each other and we got a senior night going, because I hated to see our seniors not have that night.
Coach Stewart jumped at the opportunity.
Dawn reached out. She was desperate to get her girls a senior night. I was desperate to get my girls a senior night, and honestly, it was a chance to unify both programs, and I ran with it, and so did Dawn, and we put it together and combined the senior nights just to make one beautiful day.
It was indeed a special night for the community, with a lot of emotion prior to the game. Matanzas senior Faith Purvis.
At first we were all a little sad that we wouldn't be in our home gym, and then we decided that it was really nice of them to let us come to their gym and join them.
The match was tied early in the first set, but the Pirates finished strong, then dominated the second set to take a 2-0 lead. FPC fought hard and won set 3, 28-26. Bulldog senior Alyssa Cruz.
We always kept a positive attitude throughout the whole game. The energy of our teammates and always cheering on each other, not getting down and giving the other team the momentum.
Coach Moses.
Their libero played lights out. We just couldn't get a ball beyond her, and once they got the momentum, that was what I said to my kids in the timeout, we have to switch that momentum.
The aforementioned FPC libero Alexis Hanna.
Our team just fights really, really hard all the time, and I think we pick each other up.
The fourth set was a back-and-forth affair, but the Pirates found a way to close it out with a 25-23 win to secure the match. Despite the loss, Coach Stewart was pleased with the night.
We came out, both teams, we had a great time, great play back and forth, and honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better night.
Matanzas gets their 10th win of the season. FPC finishes with 15 victories. Bulldog senior Morgan Mackey on the change at FPC.
I feel that our team is more positive this year than last year, and our coach has been more tough on us to be better.
District tournaments begin next week. Tune in Monday for a preview. Both football teams had district games postponed. Matanzas will now travel to Bellevue next Thursday. A makeup date for FPC DeLand has yet to be determined. Follow WNZF Sports on Twitter or the WNZF Facebook page for updates.
I wanted to go to a place a little bit close to home. The camp is really pretty and they have the beaches, everything I was looking for.
That's Bulldog first baseman Sadie Shell on her commitment to Kaiser University. Hear the full interview tomorrow on the Rich and Mike Sports Show, 7:30 a.m. right here, and always on the Flagler radio app. WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the sports desk, I'm Mike Licio.